everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Many people have just wrapped up the first week or two of virtual learning. And after it was suggested to me, I decided to make a video with some tips for parents for successful and effective virtual learning. Keep in mind, while doing virtual learning, kids are not one size fits all when it comes to learning, when it comes to discipline, when it comes to strategies and tactics. So tip number one is get to know your child's love language. If you have not already, now is the perfect time to know, to learn, and to start loving your child according to their love language. A lot of people assume what love languages are based off of traits or different things like that, but I really encourage you to go to www.5lovelanguages.com, go to the children's quiz or the teens quiz, and ask your child the questions. If they're old enough to do it by themselves, they can take the quiz on their own, and then it will give you their exact love language. And then you can cater to their love language while you're helping them with virtual learning. This will help them to feel loved and supported throughout this new temporary normal learning experience. Tip number two is to make sure that you give your child an inviting, clean, isolated learning area. Fill their learning area with things that are attractive to their eye, things that they like, things that they enjoy, colors, and make it just feel like a place of their own. Make it have a school feel to it, but an enjoyable feel for that specific child. This gets their minds ready and their mindset ready for going to school, not for being at home. Tip number three is to have them get up, get dressed, brush their hair, brush their teeth. This also helps their minds get ready for the idea of school. Maybe you could have a fun pajama day once a week or something like that you and the kids can look forward to. This is going to help them be prepared when school is back in session as well. Number four, it's conducted as much as a classroom as possible. Of course, you don't want to get too crazy strict because the children are forced into it already as it is. Many of them would prefer to be in school. So we want to make this a positive experience and give them a little bit of grace because they didn't ask for virtual school either. But we also want them to get the maximum capacity of learning that they can get. Number five, be consistent. In whatever your routine is, be consistent and stick with it. When you feel like it and when you don't, when you're tired and when you're not, when it's convenient and when it's not, stay on your routine and don't relax it. Now, there is nothing wrong with changing a plan or abandoning ship if a certain method flops or maybe you have better ideas, but a change every other day is not healthy for learning and it's not healthy for building a routine. The children will take this virtual learning as serious as you take it. So you have to lead by example with the routine. Number six is make a virtual learning contract with your children. My favorite version of rules is to make a contract. How it works is you allow the students to tell you what they want their learning environment to be like. They take the lead and decide on how they would like to be treated and talked to in the classroom and how they believe they should treat and talk to others in the classroom so that everyone has a positive, loving environment that is suitable for learning. Some things you can guide them into if they're missing some things that you think are important for the contract, but you don't want to tell them what to put on it. You kind of want to guide them in the way of things that will be beneficial. This way, they take responsibility for their behavior, for what they do, because they came up with it. So after you come up with the contract, they sign it and you also sign it. And before they sign it, you let them know that once you put your signature on this contract, you are agreeing to do everything on this contract. And in my experience, they've always been super excited to sign it. They weren't afraid to sign it. They weren't scared they would break it because it was all things that are doable, things that are going to help them learn, things that are going to help them feel comfortable and confident and loved. And who doesn't want that? You reference the contract as much as possible for positive affirmations or for reminders that, hey, you signed the contract. As the days and weeks progress, if you and the children notice something that could benefit the learning environment, you can always add it to the contract. Number seven is hold them accountable, especially for those kids who will be facilitating their own virtual learning because of working parents. Whatever hold accountable means for you, make sure that you hold them accountable and you stick to it. Kids know when you're serious about something and when they can get away with something. So have some check-ins, have some deadlines, have some reminders, have some follow-ups, whatever is needed to hold them accountable for their learning and their progress each and every day. If they know they're going to have to be accountable, they are more apt to stay on point, stay on track, and do what they're supposed to be doing. Number 8, positive reinforcement or reward system. Some things that I've used for positive reinforcement in the past are tickets, Legos, stickers, love notes. And what I do with the tickets or the Legos or the stickers is just have a certain amount that they earn. And once they get to that point that they earn that amount, they get whatever the privilege or reward is. They can even choose what their rewards could be. And then the love notes are just positive notes that I would write to students from time to time and just tell them some amazing things about themselves, some things that I've noticed, some things that I appreciate, just a way to show them I see you, I love you, I notice you, and things of that sort. Something to keep in mind with the reward system is that you do not want to give a reward or a ticket or a Lego or a sticker or whatever it is that you choose to use for every single positive thing that they do. This is when the life lesson comes into play. Life does not work like that. You don't get a reward for every little positive thing you do. Also, you don't want to engrave in children that I'm only doing this to earn something. They should never know when the rewards are coming. And if they get to the point where they're asking, hey, I did this, can I get a ticket? You don't reward when they're asking for it because you know they're asking that they did it just because they want the reward. You can make it take as long as you want it to take to earn the ultimate prize for earning how many ever tickets or Legos that they earned. That's up to you how long you want it to take. You don't want them to feel defeated, like they'll never reach the end. But you do want it to take a little bit of time so that you can instill in them, I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do. Number 9 is ask the Holy Spirit to help you. For those who may not know, the Holy Spirit is a facet of God who is our helper and our comforter. Ask him to help you to facilitate virtual learning to the best of your ability and to facilitate it in a way that benefits your children. Ask him for wisdom on how to help each individual child and how to get through all the things that the districts are requiring you as a parent to do so that your children can excel. I kid you not, I asked the Holy Spirit for help on every little teeny tiny thing. And many of the successes that I had in the classroom were things that I could not even trace back in myself, what I actually did to get a child from here to there. And I know it's strictly because it was the Holy Spirit giving me wisdom on how to do things. So tap in to the Holy Spirit. He is a helper. He's consistent. And number 10, do your best. Take it easy on yourself. This is a new process for everybody and no one is going to do it perfectly. Go into it with a positive mind. However you approach this virtual learning process is exactly how your children are going to approach it. You are going to bleed into them and they're going to take it as seriously as you're going to take it. They're going to be as annoyed as you are. They're going to be as irritated as you are. They're going to be as grumpy as you are. So go into it with a positive mind, positive outcome. Negative mind, negative outcome. Our children are going to reflect what we're putting out. So hang in there, take it easy on yourselves, take it easy on the educators, and know that this is temporary. Things are going to get better. Things are going to get easier. That's all I have for this video today, and I'll see you in the next one.